and welcome to There Will Be Trivia Season 2 playoffs. We are off to a great start, as you have seen, with Jen versus Jacob, which is going to be probably one of the best matches that we've ever seen in There Will Be Trivia history. And then we have the Zach versus Luca potential controversial match, which is awesome because that's, you're not having greatness if you're not having controversy or people hating on what you're doing. So that is always great. And speaking of that match, the winner of this one is going to play Zach Ford, who got the first upset in the playoffs, which is going to be awesome. So technically we could have a potential upset here in Robert the Hobbit Parker, because he is the 6th seed going up against Mike, Mr. DVD Hanley, who is the 3 seed, and my partner, no bias aside, because I hate him and he sucks, and I tested him on questions in the past. He doesn't know how to ask easy horror questions because he doesn't know how to read. And then we have the amazing, beautiful, and sick Jeremy the Adam Adams. Buddy, you're in for a great one here. What do you think? What's going in?
Oh, I'm excited. They're just getting more and more exciting with each match.
That's what I'm
loving these
about.
Championships.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. If you had to pick a winner unbiasedly, who would you have? Who's on your bracket?
I think they're both great competitors. Obviously they are because they made it this far. If I had to, I would give the slight edge to Robert. But I would be happy either way, obviously. They're both great guys.
As we know, given our brand name, The Hateful Greats, that we never get betted for no matter what, so that is understandable. I definitely have Mike going in for this, but I wouldn't be surprised by any stretch of the imagination if Robert pulled up the upset, and I wouldn't even consider it an upset, given that obviously Robert beat Mike in the regular season, and Robert is a tremendous opponent or competitor. So with that being said, we all know how the first period is going to go, but in case you need a refresher, each competitor is going to receive 7 of the same categories, and they are going to write them down on their whiteboard, which I can't show here because it's the order of the second period questions, and I'm not going to give that away, but they're going to write it down on their whiteboards, and my amazing co-host, Jeremy the Adam Adams, is going to read it to them. So without further ado, start them off. Jeremy, what do you got?
All right, your first question in period 1 is in Fantasy Adventure. The Sword and the Sorcerer and the Beastmaster were released in what decade?
Not gonna lie, this was one where I definitely had to throw a shot in the dark when you asked me this one.
Bit of a Makuga there.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike, you are the higher ranked seed, so let's see what you got starting
1980s.
Alrighty, and Robert, what do you got, buddy?
1980s.
You're both correct. Good
1-1.
job, guys.
Off the gate. Out the gate swinging.
All
That's
right.
what I like.
All right, your next question is in sci-fi. What actor played a villainous character called the Operative in 2005's Serenity?
Now this was a shot in the dark.
Oh yeah, that was a major Makuga. I remember now.
And my reason behind it even more emphasizes how much
Exactly.
of a shot in the dark. Hey, sometimes that's how you just process of elimination, and you just got to think.
Yeah.
5.
Let's see if these guys can pull that off.
Exactly. I think they could. I really think they could. 3, 2, 1. Let's go with Robert this time. What do you got, buddy?
On a sci-fi question, when in doubt, go Alan Tudyk.
Alrighty, and Mike?
Shot in the dark, Idris Elba.
Ooh, you were close,
You were
Mike.
close.
It's Chiwetel.
That was my other fucking. I couldn't see the guy's name.
I
I went to him.
Yeah.
That's literally what I said. I was like, I know there's like 3 actors in that movie that I recognize, but I'm going to go with Chiwetel because that's the only one I can pull right now, and I happen to get that right,
Couldn't
luckily.
think of his name. So what's the other guy?
Yeah.
1-1.
All right. Next one is in movie release dates. What year saw the release of Gran Torino and You Don't Mess with the Zohan?
This is one where I second.
Pretty much
myself.
the same movie. Those two.
You don't mess with the Clint Eastwood.
Get off my lawn, super dooba dooba doo.
My favorite, without any specific spoilers for Gran Torino, my favorite part of Gran Torino is the reading of a will at some point in the movie. It is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
5, because it just showed the character and it made so much sense. 3, 2, 1. Mike, can you take back that lead?
2009.
Alrighty, and Robert.
I had 2008.
One of you guys got a point, and that's Robert.
Robert with the lead.
2008.
Don't worry, Mike. I guessed 2009 on my test, and I'm as soon as I put that, I literally followed up with it. I'm like, I think it could have been 2008. He's like, yep, 2008. Damn it.
All right, guys. The next one is in drama. What famous Shakespeare character has been played on screen by Orson Welles and Michael Fassbender?
This one was a fun one. You asked this, I was like,
Can you repeat the question for me, please?
Yes. What famous Shakespeare character has been played on screen by Orson Welles and Michael Fassbender?
pretty much the same actor.
Yeah. Give or take a few
I'm not
pounds.
gonna lie, if you did a remake of Citizen Kane, I think Fassbender could have pulled it off.
Yeah, he could.
I really
Yeah,
think
maybe.
he would do a solid Charles Foster Kane. 5,
Yep.
4, just because of his acting skills, not necessarily any relation to the character. I think he can pull it off. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Robert, can you extend that lead?
The Scottish play, Macbeth.
And Mike.
Yeah, I went Hamlet.
Ah,
Oh, it's
Macbeth.
Yep.
All right, guys. Next one is in directors. Who directed Used Cars and What Lies Beneath? I see Mike smiling there.
Mike, I think we've talked about this before. At one point.
Oh yeah, it's Kurt Russell. Come on.
So when Jeremy asked this, I literally my response was literally "fucking Mike." Like that literally was my response because I was so mad I couldn't remember. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike, make yourself proud.
Robert Zemeckis.
Wait, hold on. How did you pronounce it?
Zemeckis.
Zemeckis? Is he is a Mexican? All right, Robert, what do you got?
Robert Zemeckis.
Wow.
All right, correct, guys.
4-2.
All right, next one is in movie quotes. What historical epic has the line, "Every man dies, not every man truly lives"?
This is an amazing quote, not just for specifically this movie, just in general of any. If you really think
Yeah.
about this quote can go in almost any movie and still be epic.
I had to double check that he actually said it in the film just to be sure, because
Yeah.
it's so like
Yeah, it could be
part
anywhere.
of our culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have just connected the two just because it's like it could have went there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike, you look a little puzzled, so I'll let Robert go first. What do you got?
I gotta thank my roommate on this one. It's Braveheart.
All right, and Mike.
Braveheart.
Woo!
Ah, you're both correct.
You had me
Shout out
nervous
to
with
my
that
roommate
look.
Michael. Thank you, Michael. You're the best. Hi.
All right, the last question in this round is in animated. What 90s film has the characters Lock, Shock, and Barrel?
Oh.
Oh
Now
no.
I feel like an idiot. I don't think I noticed you put animated when you asked me this.
Oh,
Can you repeat the question, please?
yes. What 90s film has the characters Lock, Shock, and Barrel?
Spoiler alert, it's not directed by Guy Ritchie.
What? Oh man, you
Yeah.
just took it all away.
Oh, I didn't realize you said animated.
the alternate animated.
You might have
version.
not have put of anime. I'm gonna have to check back on that. There's no way I'm that dumb and I just
Maybe you just didn't see it. I mean,
Maybe.
I don't always see everything.
maybe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike, can you end on a strong note?
Didn't have anything.
All right, and Robert.
I really hope this is right. Nightmare Before Christmas?
That is right.
Wow. I'm actually thinking about watching that movie tonight. I've only
should.
seen it once.
Good movie.
It's pretty good.
It's
I
a time
didn't,
for
I
it.
didn't love it. It's one of those where it's like, do people really consider this, a masterpiece?
I don't love it as much as a lot of other people
Yeah.
do, but
We know your opinions on animated are a little questionable there, Robert.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so with that being said, after the first period, the number 6 seed is 3 points above the number 3 seed, which is ironic. The number 6 seed and the number, they have their
Interesting
points. So fate has is definitely taken its course so far. So going into the second period with Mike in the lead, he is going to have the opportunity to go first or second, and once that decision is made, the person going first is going to choose a number 1 through 10.
I'm thinking you meant Robert.
What did I say?
Robert's in the lead. He
Yeah.
said
It's all
Mike.
good. I mean, it's all right. Henry, I know you hate me so much, so
Yeah.
it's all good. I forget.
And since Robert is in the lead, he's going to have the choice to go either first or second. And once that decision is made, the person who can go first is going to choose a number 1 through 10 while also betting on red or black. And if their color is chosen or if the other person's color is chosen, they will have the opportunity to choose their or their opponent's category. So, Robert, with that being said, would you like to go first or second? Currently up 3.
First,
Alrighty, and then would you like to bet on red or bet on black?
red.
Alrighty, and then I would ask you nicely to choose a number between 1 and 10.
5.
Ooh, okay, that corresponds to comedy. Would you like to keep that, hand it off, or quote-unquote respin?
We're gonna respin.
Alrighty, 1 through 10.
3.
Classics.
Oh,
Got classics,
Classics.
for the Hobbit, so
Well, good night.
you can do this, Robert. You can do it.
You still got 3
Alright.
points, man.
Yeah.
You still got 3 points, Henry.
alrighty. So
Damn it.
Jeremy, take it
All
away.
right.
And don't forget,
All
multiple
right.
choice is available, and Mike,
Multiple
listen up
choice
because
is
you
available.
could steal.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right, your first question in classics. What actor who portrayed James Bond had a breakthrough role in the Disney film Darby O'Gill and the Little People?
Um,
4.
Sean Connery.
That is correct.
Wow.
Guessing
I mean-
a bit of a Makuga there?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, when
I
you
A
do.
think-
little bit.
When you think classics, that's not a terrible,
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
There's not many like classic James Bond actors yet.
Well, it could have been more. You never know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
8 to 3.
Next question. In All Quiet on the Western Front, the story focuses on soldiers from what country?
Multiple choice.
Okay, is it A, the US, B, Germany, C, France, or D, England?
Gonna go with Germany.
That is correct for
Wow.
1 point.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Good job.
I could have read that book in high school and I chose not to.
They made us read it. All right. Hitchcock's Vertigo is largely set in what California city?
Come on, you gotta know this one.
Oh, no. Shut up, Henry. Multiple choice.
Okay, is it A, Los Angeles, B, San Diego, C, Santa Barbara, or D, San Francisco?
A.
That is incorrect. Mike for the steal.
San Francisco?
There you
That
go.
is correct.
Yeah,
I don't
deserve
even have
that.
the questions in front of me, and I knew that answer. And I'm not even a fan of Vertigo. It's just you don't see many movies taking place in San Francisco, so that stuck out.
Well, I've
No.
never seen it, so I would. Yeah.
No, you're
It is-
all
It is
heretics.
one where
It's great.
It's similar to like 2001, where it's like you're gonna have to watch it a couple times to understand
Yeah.
and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
9 to 4 going
All
into
right.
the final question.
All right, your last question in classics. What big budget 1950s movie, which won the Oscar for Best Picture, co-starred Hispanic comedy star Cantinflas?
This would have been a good one for Jacob.
Yeah.
Multiple
He would've-
choice. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, The Greatest Show on Earth, B, From Here to Eternity, C, Around the World in 80 Days, or D, Gigi?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I have my guess.
Let's go D.
That is incorrect. For the steal, Mike.
See?
That is correct. He
That
gets
would have been my
it.
guess. That would have been my guess. Around the world in 80
Around the World in
days.
80 Days, which, in my opinion, I still say is the worst movie to ever win Best Picture.
I just
Unwatchable
I just
movie.
remember that it won Best Picture, so I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't
I've
remember.
Well,
seen
those
it.
all four of those choices did. But
Okay.
I've seen it once many years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad.
I just
Many years ago.
I just remember that The Greatest Show on Earth and 80 Days. I couldn't remember if the other two did. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think.
Yeah,
it
the
counts."
other two did. Yeah.
Very nice steal. So 9 to 5 going into Mike's turn. So, buddy, I'm gonna need you to pick a number 1 through 10, and 5 is off the table.
You better pick red.
Yeah, and he bet on red, so your color is black.
I'm gonna go with 1.
I'm just to prove that there's no bullshit.
Oh, did he get it?
No.
Spielberg.
Oh!
Spielberg.
Oh, shit. Oh my God, poor
Just
Robert.
to prove that there's no bullshit, Spielberg. That is all written.
This game so started in Robert's favor too. This is crazy.
I'm not gonna stop you here because
Well,
All right.
that's the nail in the coffin.
That's
right
how
there.
confident I was that you were gonna pick that. Is I was willing to show you the rest of them.
All
That's the
right.
nail in the coffin.
All right, your first question in Spielberg. Spielberg is credited as screenwriter on how many films, not including those for which he only had story credit?
We'll give you a couple seconds. So you're looking for screenplay, right?
Yeah, he's listed as the screenplay writer of how many films?
Take a second.
I was actually wrong on this one, so it's a little tricky. What was that?
No, never mind. I was gonna ask if it's just directed, but
Yeah, I can't give you that info.
fuck. So this doesn't include story by or includes story by?
No, it does not include
Oh.
ones that for which he only had story credit.
Strictly
He
screenplay.
actually wrote or co-wrote the screenplay.
I'm gonna go multiple choice just in case.
Okay, is it A2, B3, C4, or D5?
2.
That's what I thought. That's incorrect. For the steal, Robert.
4.
Nope. That would be 3.
3. Yeah.
It's Close Encounters and AI, which are the ones I knew, and then
Yeah.
also Poltergeist, which I didn't know.
I thought it was the story on Poltergeist. That's
Yeah, he actually was listed as a screenwriter on
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Very nice.
All right,
Unfortunately.
next question. What was the name of the island where the events of Jurassic Park: The Lost World takes place?
Oh, Isa Sona.
That is correct. Okay. What film marked Spielberg's first collaboration with composer John Williams?
Oh, come on.
Jaws.
That is incorrect for the steal, Robert.
I believe it was Sugarland Express.
That is correct.
Wow, 2 point steal.
Wow,
There we
this
go.
is not going the way
That's-
we thought.
That's some scores, movie scores. I
11 to
love that.
7 with your final question, Mike.
All right, last question in Spielberg. Pulitzer Prize-winning author Tony Kushner penned the screenplays for Munich and what other Spielberg
Lincoln.
film? That is correct. I didn't even need to finish it.
Yeah.
You didn't even need to finish typing it when you asked me that one. That one's one where it's like, if that one's kind of a common sense one, but yeah, some people could be like, I don't know, just because of screenwriter. So yeah, good one.
I
So-
tested a couple different people and I got some Bridge of Spies and
Yeah.
other guesses. So.
That would be a good guess, but that was Coen Brothers co-wrote.
Yeah, so with that being
Yeah.
said, Robert with that huge 2 point steal, he is up 11 to 9 going into the third period, which is going to go as follows. That is the new revamped IMDb round, which is going to start off with both players, or potentially only one. We'll see. Everyone's going to get a 2 point, well, potentially. So someone's going to get a 2 point, a 3 point, and a 5 pointer, and it's going to ask you multiple IMDb type questions. So for the first one, it's going to Mike, but before that, I'm going to need Robert to choose 3 numbers between 1 through 6.
3 numbers.
3 numbers, please. 1 through 6.
Let's do 6, 2, and 5.
Alrighty. So, Mike, your 2-pointer to tie the game. Your year is 2000. Your genres are comedy, mystery, and science fiction. And your star is Ashton Kutcher.
Butterfly Effect.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Dude, Where's My Car?
Ah.
That's the same thing I thought was Butterfly Effect, but that comedy kind
Yeah.
of shows it.
Yeah, definitely jumped the gun there. All right, your 3-pointer to take the lead now. Your year is 2012. Your director is John Hillcoat, and your 3 plot keywords are alcohol, brothers, and gangster.
Lawless.
Lawless for the lead.
Good job.
12-11. Back over to Robert for his 2-pointer to take back the lead. Your year is 1992. Your genres are action, adventure, and drama. And your star is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, is that Last of the Mohicans?
That is Last of the Mohicans. Holy cow.
I just had to figure out which Daniel Day-Lewis movie came out in that year.
All right. Goes back to Mike now. Mike, for your 5-pointer to stay alive and hope for the best at that point. Your year is 2006, and I'm going to need you to choose 2 of the possible 4 clues.
Director and actor, please.
All right. 2000.
Man after my own heart. I always choose those.
Yeah. I'm writing these, sporadically to make you not want to always choose that, or at least possibly regret it. But here, your year is 2006, your director is Adam McKay, and your actor is Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I admit I didn't know this one.
Shows that I can write these a little decent.
His movies blur together a little for me.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. So potentially the actor-director combo might not be great if you're not great with the release dates. I'm gonna give you a 5 count.
The genre is probably pretty much the same anyway, though.
The 3 keywords would have maybe helped.
The keywords might help with this.
5.
Probably not.
4. 3. 2.
Step Brothers.
And your winner with our second upset of the There Will Be Trivia Season 2 playoffs, Robert the Hobbit Parker. The answer we were looking for was Talladega Nights. The ballad of Ricky Bobby, which the keywords would have been French, best friend, and dad. So that might have helped.
Keywords would have helped. I was wrong.
Yeah.
So, wow. With that being said, we are going to jump to our post talk, and we're going to start off with Mike because we definitely have a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and hit that. Buddy, there's 3 things I want to say. 1, we're not getting that 1 seed.
Yeah.
2, Spielberg. And 3, motherfucking Talladega Nights. What do you got to say, man? What do you got to say?
The Talladega Nights one, it's all blended together, so...
Step Brothers is 2008, so...
Yeah. It's Spielberg, I second-guessed myself on the fucking Poltergeist.
And Sugarland Express, the 2
and Sugarland Express, because I fucking knew Sugarland Express. I just...
Is it one of those where it's like it's so obvious it has to be something else?
Yeah.
All right. Man. What'd you think when he got classics? Did you think, all right, well, no matter with the remaining categories, I have a chance to dig into those lead?
And then I might be able to get the lead with that.
And then you got Spielberg. What was your straight up thought? You're like, this game's over at that point, or were you still a little tentative?
No, I wasn't going to get cocky about it. I know Jeremy's questions it's not going to be straightforward, which they weren't, with exception of that useless honor. That's the only one that wasn't just straightforward. Oh, and then the screenplay one. But the rest of them, it was just multiple options there.
Yeah. So, man, with that being said, you lost to Robert twice now, and you've definitely, man, that's a bummer. We're not going to get that number 1 seed for the team tournament, and that's what happens. But hey, it shows that.
I didn't think we were anyways. Going into it, didn't think we were going to anyways.
But it definitely shows that as a team, we definitely are going to be able to have to work on the IMDb run as far as our strategy, and you are going to balance me as far as 80s, and I'm going to balance you as far as who knows, to be honest. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what happens. Is there any last words you want to say as far as your opponent, your performance throughout the entire season?
Robert, he's a great dude, man, and I'm going to be pulling for you for the rest of the tournament. I said I would. If I lost, I was going to be voting for you. I'm voting for you, man. But don't let me down in that.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, then. Mike, Mr. D. Hanley, it was a pleasure having you on Season 1 and Season 2, and I can't wait to see you in the new league once the merger happens, as well as being my partner in the team tournament. This is going to be one of the few times I'm going to be sad to say this and also say it. Take care. Woo! Man, I think we might have to change your name to David because you just keep knocking down these Goliaths like it's just nothing. Holy shit. The Hobbit. Oh, man. What? I'm going to leave the floor, just your floor. Say anything you want to say. Have at it. You have earned this right.
Yeah, I got a couple shout-outs to do. First off, my roommate Michael, who watches Braveheart on repeat, like, every week. Like, man, he's the best. For sure, for that question. I don't think I would have gotten it without him. As for classics, I spun that and thought that I would drown instantly. And I fought. I think that's the one thing that even if, for me as a competitor, even if I don't win every single match, if I don't get a perfect round every single round, I'm a fighter. Even if I get a category I'm bad in, I will fight through, I will persevere, and I will at least try to score something. So I think I survived classics today. I think those Spielberg questions, Jeremy doesn't mess around a lot of the time. So I was very happy. A lot of people don't really know, but I'm a huge fan of scores and soundtracks, but more so scores. So as soon as you talked about John Williams, I was there. I took a college class in movie scores. Like, I love that. So I was very glad that I was able to steal that. I think that was a game changer. As far as the IMDb round, I just had to throw out a guess of what early 90s Daniel Day-Lewis movies were, and I think I got a little lucky, but don't count me out. I think all the time I'm the underdog. It'd be an upset if I win. Well, I did that and I beat Chance. I did that and I beat Mike. I did that and I beat Mike again. And now I'm going up against Zach. Zach, it's a rematch. We face each other day 1 of this league, and I beat you already. I'm gonna do it again. I have nothing but respect for Mike. Mike, you're a great competitor. I'll be happy to have you in my corner. You're an awesome guy. I'm going all the way.
I mean, technically, the winner of you and Zach is going to go all the way, and there's regardless going to be at least a 6th seed in the finals, which is crazy. Because last year we had a 1 and 2 in Jen and Jacob, which is obvious, but unfortunately for everyone in this, or fortunately for everyone in this league, they faced off in the first round, so we're not going to see that again. And which they were only a 4 and 5 technically, so I mean it didn't matter. But as far as high caliber, hey, we're all proud to see you do this. No one's going to be surprised that you did this. You've proved yourself up to this point, and you're still proving to yourself. And it takes nothing away from Mike's abilities. You came out swinging. You only scored 13 points technically, but you had a possibility for another 8, which would have given you 21, which would have given you the highest score, potential for the highest score available. So you're definitely showing that you can compete. And luckily for you, this, now that the new format is not based on points anymore, it's just based on records. So you got the W, and that's all that matters. So like you said, Zach Ford, I can't wait for that one. That one is going to be a fight. And obviously you guys both like Jeremy's question writing, so it's going to be an entertaining one at the least. So with that being said, I'm going to jump back over to my co-host and Jeremy, and we're going to end this on a high note. All right, Jeremy. So we have our second upset of the playoffs, and you called it at the very beginning. I said I definitely could see it happening, but I definitely was rooting for it, and I legitimately thought Mike was going to win it, but he didn't. And I think, taking nothing away from Robert, he definitely won the game, but I think Mike also lost it on his end as well, which obviously we don't know what Robert would have done with his 3 and his 5 pointer, but from what actually happened, Mike lost that game. So that is unfortunate for him, but congratulations to Robert. He's showing that he can fight till the end. Like you said, he's going to come out swinging, and he had a potential for an 8 more points, which would have given him 21. So what do you think, seeing these guys answer the questions that you wrote live in an upset?
Oh, it's pretty amazing. I love it, and I think the game could, like I said, it could have gone either way, but Robert's a great player, so not a huge surprise for me, as I said. Yeah. And I definitely could see Robert taking this thing. I've seen him in my other league, and he's an amazing player, and it's just gonna have to see how luck plays into it and how everything plays out.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Zach only won because he spun Muppets, and Robert won despite spinning classics
Yeah,
and his opponent
that is
getting
true.
Spielberg. So at
Yeah.
this point, I'm going to have to go Robert on that. And that's crazy because there's a potential Robert's going to face Greg Chance for a rematch,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Jen and Jacob, whoever wins that one. And so that's going to be crazy. So I mean, there's just so much that can happen, and I can't wait for it. So with that,
It's eating up.
yeah, that's what this is great. This new format's working out, and There'll Be Trivia Season 2 is off to a beautiful start, and I love it. So with that being said, make sure you tune in to the follow-up matches so you can see how everything plays out for the playoffs. And I am Henry Confidential. That is Jeremy the Atom Adams. Make sure you stay tuned once again, because there will be trivia.